So far,
your referee in charge of the action when the cage door closes, Mr. Bobby Wambacher.
So far, the coolest nickname of the night definitely goes to TJ January, the Wise King.
I like that one.
I mean, who gave him that? Ooh, Michael Taylor comes
start
out.
from Michael Taylor.
Bombs a right hand. Looked like a fastball.
Which honestly, I mean, it didn't land him in the greatest position here, but I think it may have been a good strategy for him with the length on January.
January getting his hands together, elevates and looks to score a takedown of his own. I think
He's
he might
almost
get
got it. If he can just get his butt underneath him, get that posture, with this shorter opponent, he should be able to get him off the ground.
Oh, that was tiresome there, lifting, laborsome, and you got to think that TJ January is second-guessing that decision for those two gentle lifts. He needed one big one.
Yeah,
Michael
Taylor really squeezing here, though, and we don't know if he's going to get that, or if he's going to wear his arms out squeezing.
This is a little cheeky knee to the inside thigh of.
Yeah, if he can just drag the legs around a little bit and get his opponent off balance. But, of course, he's got to watch out for his neck here.
He does have his hands together. So it's interesting that he hasn't pulled them off the cage here and been able to finish this takedown.
It's a posture issue. If he could just get his posture correct, it should have been an easy finish. But
now he's abandoning the grip.
Yeah,
Looks like he's
getting
fighting
a little
off
worried
the front
about
headlock.
his head here. No real urgency from Taylor at this moment. He may think he has the submission, just waiting patiently for his opponent to kind of run out of air or stalling a little bit.
Yeah, I think he probably feels that those first two attempts were maybe Mr. January's best. Now it looks like he's trying to switch to a arm out guillotine, but it doesn't look like he's been able to get that other hand together. Kind of reaps the leg. That's not the idea. Don't let TJ score.
He's really got to get out of this headlock because it's ruining any offense that he has.
It looks like Michael Taylor's kind of trying to cinch down on this thing and finish it.
Got a thumbs up from January, but he really needs to shove his head back through. He's got an arm free. He can go over the back and kind of broad chest himself through that submission.
We got 45 seconds here, and I'm just wondering how you even score this round. It's pretty strange.
It depends on what the judges see, what they perceive is happening.
Listen, if I'm the referee, I'm thinking about breaking this position. We've obviously reached a stalemate. Neither gentleman is able to hurt or finish one another from right here. So let's circle them back to the middle for the last 20 seconds of the round.
Looks like he might be out of it. Okay, we might get our wish here. A little bit more action for the last 15 seconds.
Double underhooks from TJ January. Let's see if he's able to score. It would go a long way in potentially securing the round for him. Oh, Michael Taylor. I mean, I guess you got to give it to January because he had him against the fence, but I really don't know.
Yeah, that's definitely a tough one to score. I have to say that January made a good decision there in the end to kind of, he couldn't quite break away, but he at least ended up in a dominant
Made something
position.
happen. Moved, thank goodness.
Yeah, definitely an interesting round. There had to be something there for Michael Taylor to hold onto the neck that long. He obviously thought he had it. It did seem to get very tight at one point. I do not want to be a judge for that one. That is a tough one to call.
Round two underway. Oh, the TJ January straight to his back.
Michael Taylor right into mount.
And he just stepped on over. I thought he was rushing it a little bit, but TJ January kind of allowed it to happen. TJ giving up position here, giving up his back. Let's see if Michael Taylor able to stay on top, not get dumped over the top. Better start to the round here for Michael Taylor.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, it's not a bad game plan for him to get in aggressively and quick like that. He's obviously the shorter fighter, shorter-limbed fighter, and it looks like he is sinking in that RNC slowly but surely, being patient here.
TJ just looked like he tried to stand. I'm going to get up. He's got to fight this choking hand. You got to know Michael Taylor's strong here too, and probably just getting his squeeze on.
The fact that he still has squeeze in his arms is pretty impressive. He's on the high side, so I'd like to see him flop his opponent back over to the choking side, or he could come up here into mount. And he got it again on the other side.
Yeah, TJ needs to continue to fight the hands. He needs to beat this bottom leg and establish a hip onto the mat. That way he can shrimp away, make something happen, cause some action.
Yeah, I really think that Taylor could finish this if he would use his head pressure a little bit more to kind of nudge his opponent into that arm.
Sure, just drive his head into the back of his head and kind of break his posture a little bit, make his grip a little tighter. I agree.
Because it seems to me that he has the arm underneath the chin. He's looking to get up. We got a scramble here.
TJ January really needed it right there, and he almost did the right thing, kind of cinched down on his whizzer, but
good read from Taylor.
Taylor just able to cover the hips, square him up, and put him back to his backside.
He needs to work on getting that arm free and creating a little bit of space either to strike or look to pass here. Only 20 seconds left. I have to say that this round is definitely going to go to Taylor if nothing changes. Ten seconds left. I'd like to see Taylor throw some strikes here, but January's doing a good job keeping his arms tangled up. I gotta hand it to Taylor after a semi-lackluster opening round. I mean, he's stuck to the game plan. I mean, that's really what he needs to do to win this fight. He went out there, closed the distance again, got his opponent to the ground. Whoa. If you were in the corner of TJ January, what would be your advice right now for him?
We got to move our feet in circles as well, not on straight lines. That's kind of what's happening. These guys are jousting out there, running into each other, and it's creating these grappling exchanges. And I just don't know. TJ January certainly didn't look as comfortable in those exchanges as he did in the first round when he had an underhook and had him pinned in a front headlock on the fence. So if I were TJ January, I'd move my feet in circle, make it a striking match, make him throw punches with me. A lot of blood in everybody's muscles right now, but I think January probably more comfortable striking than grappling with Michael Taylor.
Yeah, and January definitely has the physical build to keep his opponent at a distance. That's what he's kind of got to do. He really needs to finish here. There's no telling how round one was scored at this point. So neither fighter can really be comfortable with what they have.
See, again, TJ, I feel like he would have had the better opportunities out in the open striking. And now here we are back into the grappling.
Yeah, and it's kind of a gamble because if Taylor is able to reverse this position, you really get, you've got hands on each other. And
Sure.
This is the realm where he's more comfortable. You kind of don't want to give him that opportunity. So I agree with your synopsis there that he probably needs to create distance.
Let me Google
But
that
look,
right quick.
Another double leg attempt.
And
just
again,
can't quite get it.
Right, going back to your reasoning in the first round, it is a posture issue. Just from this angle, I can tell he's broken at the hips. You're not going to score a takedown, even if you have your hands together, being bent at the hips like this. He needs to get his butt underneath him. He needs to get his head up so that he can elevate with his elbows in and his knees bent, lift, turn, and drive.
Almost had it again.
Almost, and look how low his hands are. It seems like he would be able to suck those up, but his booty's so far back there. You got to bring that engine with you if you expect to complete a takedown.
Right, and now he's got his head trapped again.
Bobby Wambacher letting him fight out there for show.
Okay, drug him to the ground here. Needs to look to pass, of course, to alleviate, the choke around his neck.
Michael Taylor's got his guard on the wrong side here if he wants to finish that guillotine. That's going to be a difficult one to get.
That might have been the loudest phone call I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, he really needs to get his head free and look to throw strikes here. It's kind of a Hail Mary moment if he can make it convincing. Maybe a judge saw round 1 in his favor. If he can make it convincing here at the end of round 3 with some good ground and pound, he might be able to eke out a victory. Really needs some urgency from both of them.
Agreed. Yeah, TJ needs to make something happen here, though I think, it's tough. It's tough to say. That first round was so inactive. Which one of them won that round? Obviously, Michael Taylor took the last one. It looks as if TJ January on his way to potentially winning this round. It all comes down to how that first one was scored.
And I have to hand it to January, even though both of us thought a better game plan would have been for him to keep the distance. He did show that he was pretty proficient.
Let me eat my words. He looked good on in the top position. Did struggle with finishing the takedown, and like I said, I think those adjustments that you and I went through make all the difference.
All right, well, it'll be interesting to see what the call is here. I'm going to head into the cage to talk to our winner.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of fast and furious mixed martial arts action, we are going to the judges' scorecard. Ladies and gentlemen, judge number 1 scores this bout 29-28 for Taylor. Judge number 2 scores this bout 29-28 for January. Your third and final judge has scored this bout 29-28 in favor of your winner by split decision. Fighting in the blue corner, Michael Taylor.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
Michael Taylor. Crowd's pretty excited for you. Very hard-fought victory tonight. It seemed like pretty early on you knew that you needed to close the distance and get in there. How did that feel? Did you feel pretty strong against your opponent? You had some submission attempts that looked like they were pretty close. Just give me your feeling right now about all this.
We definitely knew we had to close the distance. I mean, he's got 11 inches reach, but I wasn't expecting his submission defense to be so good, being they're coming from a striking school. But yeah, I mean, what can I say? We did it.
Well, you put on a great performance. I'm sure you're hard working in the gym, make adjustments. We'd be happy to see you here again. How soon would you like to get back into the AKA cage?
That's up to the coaches and our new manager tomorrow.
You seem to have a pretty good team with you. You'd like to give some shout outs. Who would you like to thank?
The coaches, the gym, everybody helped us get here. My wife especially, holding things down at home.
Well, congratulations again. You guys give it up for your winner, Michael Taylor.